The richest man on earth, Elon Musk, has been known to often make surprising claims that at first may sound crazy, but in most cases, he proves time and time again that his predictions come true. Therefore, when he warns us about his biggest concern in life, it might cause people, even his biggest critics, to scratch their heads nervously. What is his biggest concern, you might ask? Elon Musk believes that if you're not careful enough, AI might be the end of humanity.
Well, first of all, I think on the artificial intelligence front, I have exposure to the very most cutting edge AI, and I think people should be really concerned about it. I keep sounding the alarm bell, but until people see like robots going down the street killing people, like they don't know how to react, because it seems so ethereal. I think we should be really concerned about AI.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, makes it possible for machines to learn from experience, adjust to new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. Most AI examples that you hear about today, from chess-playing computers to self-driving cars, rely heavily on deep learning and natural language processing. The more an AI experiences, the more it learns. AI is everywhere now. It is an inevitable part of our life, and it already has dramatically changed the way we live. Today, one of the biggest impacts of modern machine learning is taking over jobs of thousands of workers and interrupt the economy in a big way. Thousands of workers have been losing their jobs to robots, and that number has been dramatically increasing in the recent years. And unfortunately for many, this is only the beginning. AI is exponentially getting bigger, and there are big changes coming. In his interview with Create Quantum Wealth, Elon mentions that by the next 10 years, transportation jobs, which make up around 12% of all jobs in the United States, will be obsolete due to fully autonomous vehicles. He strongly believes that in 20 years, steering wheels will be a thing of past. And if he's right, it will be a lot more cost efficient for companies to use self-driving vehicles. And that means that a large number of people will lose their jobs. A little bit scary, but taking over jobs is actually not the biggest threat to us. But before we talk about that, let's take a quick break and hit the like and the subscribe button. By doing that, you will help us bring you more and better content each week. Thanks in advance.
AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. AI is a fundamental existential risk for human civilization, and I don't think people fully appreciate that.
You've expressed your reservations about AI and your fears about that.
Yeah, I just think the singularity is probably the right word, because we just don't know what's going to happen once there's intelligence substantially greater than that of a human brain.
Yeah, and do you think, because there's been a lot of sci-fi about AI, series like Humans, etc., it's entering the mainstream, entering the public discourse, that people are understanding the ethical dangers and the, physical dangers that AI could potentially pose?
I mean, most of the movies and TV featuring AI, they don't describe it in quite the way it's likely to actually take place. But I think you just have to consider, like, even in the benign scenario where if AI is much smarter than a person, what do we do?
Yeah.
What job do we have?
Elon, amongst many others, is concerned that AI is capable of passing human intelligence, and if that happens, the outcome might be horrible for us. Robots being superior to humanity could mean the end of us as we know it, and we can't let that happen. Now, how do we prevent this from happening? Elon believes that there needs to be immediate regulations put in place to restrict companies that are racing to create the best AI. He believes that when it comes to regulating AI, it's better to be proactive instead of reactive. We need to prevent the cause before it's too late. And when the guy who has the most cutting-edge AI alerts us about the dangers of it, the people in power need to listen and take the matter seriously. The topic of AI and robot outsmarting humanity is not a new topic. In fact, it's been popular for years, and Hollywood films have been showing us the dangers of robots outsmarting us. But if we did not already take the AI threat seriously before, it might be the time to be a little bit more aware and cautious. Do you think it's possible for AI to outsmart humans? If AI becomes smarter than us, what's going to be our destiny? Comment your answer below and let us know what you think. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to learn about Warren Buffett's financial advice to LeBron James, click on the link on the top left corner.